parents. This is our update and our advisory committee quarterly meeting. Every school in a district has an advisory team of parents, of community members. This is how we are going to do it at CUNA High and Swan Falls High because we know you are more than busy. If your kids are taking advantage of CUNA High and Swan Falls High School, they are very busy and you're not able to commit to coming to meetings. So we're going to do this a little more virtual or some kind of version of a hybrid meeting. So our second slide, we're going to establish a quarterly meeting. Our purpose is to establish a quarterly meeting and social media update for our parents to also listen and elicit positive, constructive feedback on ways to improve what we do and how we do it. Our agenda tonight, Mr. Beamer and Mr. Reno are going to be joining us, and we're going to talk about TikTok and teen trends. We're going to talk about our upcoming parent-teacher conferences. We're going to discuss open campus and intervention and kind of clarify some things for you guys. We're going to talk about grades and Schoology here at CUNA High and Swan Falls High School. We're going to talk about the best ways to communicate with your school teachers, your school, and your administrators if you need to. We're going to give you an update about attendance and hopefully define some things with attendance. We're going to give you 5 tips that we believe make every student and family successful at high school. We're going to hopefully get some questions and some future topics from you guys via email in the next couple days. And then we're going to share out our contact information. So again, I'm Brian Graves. I'm the district secondary coordinator for both, and I kind of in the principal, but basically these two guys are the principals of CUNA High and Swan Falls, the 2 guys I'm going to introduce. So first is Dave Beamer, and he's going to talk to you about TikTok and teen trends.
Good evening. I'm Dave Beamer. I'm the lead building administrator here at CUNA High School, and I'm going to talk to you about some trends that TikTok put out this last summer. And we experienced them quite a bit through September. The September TikTok challenge was for kids to come and destroy something or steal something from the school. And they called it a lick, which means they theft it. And at KHS, we had 25 of our soap dispensers broken, a couple exit signs, and some other miscellaneous vandalism that was done to our building. I know Swan Falls had a few done, and then also our middle schools were hit with this challenge. There is another challenge in October where they're asking a student to slap a staff member on the backside. So we've kind of put that information out to not do that with our students, obviously. I will put a list of all the challenges for the year. We'll post that on our website so you can see it. Hopefully you'll talk to your students about that and the ramifications that come from that. We did have some students charged with vandalism, and all the students were suspended from school that we caught. How do we catch them? Because they posted it on social media. It was pretty easy, actually. It's a good time to remind you to make sure you're watching what your students watching on social media, and understand that there's usually maybe a police officer that's a friend also watching. So it's not hard to find them once they do that. Again, please monitor what your students are putting out on social media. I'm going to introduce Mr. Reno now. He's going to talk to you about parent-teacher conferences.
Hi, I'm Robbie Reno. I'm the lead building administrator at Swan Falls High School, the new high school that's built out on the Columbia and Litter. Today I'm going to talk to you about our parent-teacher conferences that are coming up next week on the 28th from 4 to 7. If your student has classes at both Swan Falls and CUNA High, wherever that teacher is based is where that teacher will be. It's an open house forum where you can come in and the teacher will be either in the hallway or in their room, and they'll be lined up. There's no sign up prior hand. Just come when you can between those times, and teachers will be available. If you're unable to come, that's okay. If you need to come, set up a time to communicate with those teachers. Most of our teachers have office hours in the after school. Before school is a great time to meet with them. They're here at 7:30, but do not hesitate to contact the teachers if you miss parent-teacher conferences. I know I have a daughter. My wife is planning on going to both here at Swan Falls. So she's going to start here at CUNA High and then go through the students at Swan Falls. You could do the same or vice versa. But we are excited to have you, and we wanted to see you there.
All right, I want to come back and talk to you about open campus and intervention here at KHS and Swan Falls. We are an open campus with a permission slip from you to let your student go off campus. Those were filed during registration. They should be, they have their punch card on their ID with a K on it that they show one of our members of security or admin as they leave campus. So we try to monitor that the best we can. There's a lot of exits in the building, so sometimes it's tough, but we do our best to do that. We use intervention as a motivation for students to keep their grades up. So the first 30 minutes of lunch is intervention. So if the student one has no unverified absences and no grades below a D, they can have that full hour lunch from the first 30 minutes into 30 minutes of lunch. If they do have an unverified absence or they have a grade below a D, they're asked to stay in the class and do work till they get that grade or verify that absence up. We've had pretty good success with that over the years, and I think it's a real, the kids can really take advantage of using that to keep their grades up. They do not have to have either one of those to go in there. They can use it as a tutorial to go in and get that extra time with the teacher. Remember, verified absence has to be done within 48 hours of the absence. Please review and check Schoology with your student each night, and make sure you're keeping up with their grades and your student knows you're keeping up with their grades to help them with this process. If you have any questions of that, please contact the school. We can definitely help you out with that and how they can utilize intervention.
And Dave said it best, check Schoology, check your grades, and that's what I'm here to talk about is grades in Schoology. And at CUNA High and Swan Falls, our teachers follow a traditional grading scale, A, B, C, D, F. And each department has late work policies, reassessing policies, extra credit policies. So each department that your child might have different grading consistencies, and those are all listed in the syllabus of your students that they have. Every Friday, Schoology sends out an email with your student's grade report. And in that, you'll see just the simple grade. If you want to go into detail, you can log in and click on the class of the student and click the grade book. And you can see if they're missing assignments or they got a low test score, they got a high test score, or they're doing great. Go through that with them. We can't stress that enough. Check it. If you have any questions about a grade or assignment, I'd start with your student first. And then if you can't get the answer, they don't know, then shoot an email to the teacher. They'll be able to do that. And then grades and transcripts, we have a registrar for transcripts, and your school counselor, your student's counselor is a great asset for that information as well.
We've talked a little bit about how to contact the school. Now I'm going to tell you how to contact the school. Listed on the slide and on our website is the procedure of contacting the support team here. You can email a teacher just by going into their Schoology, and there's a link to the teacher's email address. You can just click on that and email them directly. We have a 48-hour rule. Please allow the teacher 48 hours to get back to you. If it doesn't happen in that time, please contact an admin or a counselor, and we'll kind of facilitate that to make sure you get a response. The phone number is also on there. There's also a list, and we'll post this. This is on our website also, of who to contact for what as far as counselors and admin. So please read that. And if you have any questions, there's also a phone number on there to call the school and let us know how we can help you out.
Next thing we're going to talk about is attendance. The most important thing is coming to school where kids can get the information they need, gain relationships, and also be involved. Coming out of COVID, we have a 90% rule where students need to be in class 90% of the time to gain credit. If you're gone or have an absence, it's a verified absence. So someone's gone or they had to miss for something when the family happens, just call and say, hey, I'd like to verify the absence, and we'll verify it. unverified absences. Let's say your student misses class or is late more than 20 minutes, they'll get an unverified absence. And that unverified absence sends an auto call out to you, calling to tell you that your child is absent. It could be a couple of things. The substitute might have marked it. They were gone, or they were just really late to class. There are medical excuses. Those are only excuses with the doctor's note, and those waive you from the 90% rule. So any excuse from the medical absence will not count towards your 90%. School excuses. So that your child's involved in a club or a sport or an organization, they go on trips. Those are excused and don't count towards the 90%. Community excuses. Excuse. So that's a meeting with the counselor. Something comes up. One example we had an Olympic, young Olympic hopeful who went to Alabama for a week for a competition. Obviously, that was going to put her over the allowed 9%. She is passing all of her classes. She's a great student. Well, that got waived. And then you also have a credit appeal process for that. If you feel if your student misses those, you can appeal that process. And it's very simple. Contact your counselor or contact the admin as we get towards the end of the semester on that. But attendance is very important to make sure you call and let us know, or if they're gone and they need to be here.
Those of you that are watching or came in late, we gave you a whole bunch of information. We've shared these slides with you. We will also take all emails, all questions, anything that you guys have. We're going to have another one of these in January. So as you start to think of topics that I'd really like to discuss, just throw it out there. If you want to discuss it, hey, I'd like to discuss changing the parking lots. I wish student parking lot was in the front and the teachers were in the back. If you want to discuss that, then we could bring it up. Crazy idea, but just if there's things that you think that would make us better, that's what we're looking for as topics to discuss. This is a part that I love to do. I usually do it with our 8th graders, kind of pre-COVID, our meeting, just those top 5 things that are for success here at CUNA High, Swamp Falls High. This is the easiest way to have success with us. First and foremost is communication. You heard it probably in 3 different slides, is follow along with the communication. We have social media. We have every piece of social media. We have Instagram, and I'm terrible at social media, so don't make fun of me if I make something up. But Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. We send out text message updates. We send out email updates. There's no way you can be out there right now as a parent and not be getting our updates unless you've completely blocked us. Please don't. You have advocates for you and your children. The counselors here at our school are amazing. We have 4 counselors now. We have 2 college and career counselors. We have 2 deans. We have 2 lead building administrators. We've got an administrator who just helps with special ed. We have an administrator that just does CTE, and then one that does just activities. So please take advantage of us. If you're not hearing back from a teacher, then just add us, ask for help, and we're going to get you any of the information you need. So first and foremost, communicate. Second, about the 4th time you're going to hear this, check Schoology. If you see something in Schoology, your kid says, oh, it's all turned in, that's simple. Shoot a little quick email. Hey, my son, my daughter, I always say son, the poor boys, they always get picked on. My son said he turned all this in. You're going to get a response. If you don't, ask for our help, and you're going to get a response. You can check Schoology. I check Schoology daily. My junior, he loves me, but he hates me for it. So I know exactly what he's missing, when he's missing it. He and I are in constant contact. So Schoology, communicate. The next 2 are going to sound very similar. First one, participate. I can show you the data. If you participated, not you. I don't want Uncle Rico here. I want just our kids participating. But we have sports, activities. When I say activities, that's like co-curricular. I'm talking about band, choir, drama, debate, orchestra. I know I missed one. I hate when I list them because I always leave somebody out. We have our organizations, HOSA, FFA, SCCLA, Skills USA. There's one more, BPA. We have probably the most clubs you can find in a high school. Get your kids active. If they're involved in one of these, I can show you the data where their grades, their GPA, their attendance, their demeanor is better because now they have somebody else other than their friend group that's looking out for them. So please get your kids to participate. 4th thing, participate. the kids have more fun. I think this week they're talking a ton about the Halloween dance. In 2 more weeks, it's the harvest dance with FFA. Have your kids participate in the dress-up days, in the dances, in the games. Go to the games. Go to the concerts. We just had a choir concert on Monday. It was phenomenal. Go to the plays. Go to the events. Data shows when your kids are invested and they're involved in their school, their grades are better, their GPA is better, their attendance is better, and they're better kids. The last one I talked about with communicate, but it's that social media. As much as us old people don't like social media, get involved in our social media. You'll know what's going on. You'll know what dress-up day it is. You'll know what to wear at the basketball game. You'll know if there's an event like this happening. So please, you do those 5 things, your kids are going to have a lot of success, and you're going to love these 4 years of high school. Not to put you on the spot, but you can definitely ask questions. I know you missed some things, but this was that area. Those of you that are out there in virtual land, if you want to shoot us emails, topic ideas, anything that you would like, questions from this that you would like to know, we'll probably put out a response to this kind of in our weekly newsletter. I think that's the best way to do it. All right, Mr. Beamer, bring us home.
All right. So summing it up, if you just please get a hold of us if you need something. All the information is on the slide. This will be posted on our website, as long as all our activities, any upcoming events, and what's going on here at KHS. Please let us know for future topics. We'll have another one of these in January. Again, here's the names if you need to contact anybody here, and we'd love to hear from you. And we love new ideas we can kick around. That's all we got for tonight.
Yeah, go Caveman and go Chargers.
Go Caveman.
Thank you.